Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Gunpowder and Freedom. So as you can see behind me, we're not at my house, and this has been much needed, just to come up to the property and spend some time up here working and getting stuff done. I've had a crazy busy workload so far this year, between work for my dad, my side jobs, as well as work on the house, which you guys have been watching. Thank you very much for all the support, by the way. I haven't had any time really at all this year to get over to the property to let alone do shooting or property work. But we have some big news. My wife and I are expecting baby number 2 in, oh boy, when is it? November. So I wanted one last time. I didn't get one. My wife didn't want one, and she got what she wanted, but I wanted to have a gender reveal party. We kept Eleanor a surprise. That was awesome after about 8.5 months of stress for me. But no, in all seriousness, keeping Eleanor a surprise was awesome. Words can't even explain how amazing that was. But for baby number 2, I said I wanted to have a gender reveal party. I wanted to find out. That way it gives us time to prepare. So we are having a gender reveal party over here at the Freedom Compound, but it is in kind of shambles right now because it's August, it's beginning of August, and I haven't had any time to even cut the grass. So I'm gonna get the green machine out, get it hooked up to the brush hog, get down to where we're having the actual party, and start cutting. We are having the party at the end of the month, so it gives me time to kind of cut it a couple times throughout this month, hopefully, if I have time, just to kind of make it nicer for people walking, hanging out when we're grilling, you know, having a couple drinks, and then the ultimate reveal. So I'll get the tractor out and show you guys what's up. All right, so there it is in all its glory. The John Deere 1020 gas-powered tractor is out. I would like to say it's maiden voyage, but I've had it out a couple times to take it up to the top of the hill. My buddy Josh, you've met him in other videos, he had it out once running the brush hog. Unfortunately, we had, you know, they're made for it. It is a brush hog. He hit something, broke the shear pin. No big deal, that's why they're there. So I got a bag full of 1/2-inch grade 5 bolts. I was reading online that most people will use either grade 2 or grade 5. A lot of people say that grade 2 bolts are extremely soft and break after about an hour use. They say grade 5 is just as good. You get a longer lifespan out of them, and they're still weak enough that if you hit something, it's going to shear it and still be 5. Plus, they're a fraction of the price of regular shear pins. So just 1/2 by 3.5-inch grade 5 bolts with the nylon nuts. Sorry, it's Sunday morning. You know, just tripping over my words like normal. We're gonna go ahead and get this fixed up, get the drive shaft hooked up, and get cutting. Had a little mishap, got 1/2-inch. That's what I read online. Turns out it is 7/16. So anybody watching this video, if you have the same brush hog as me, you're looking for 7/16 bolts. 7/16 bolt and 7/16 nut. Okay, ready for action. So I got the shear bolt changed out. The brush hog and the PTO are all good to go. We're down here in the area that we're actually going to be building our house here soon, hopefully. Gender reveal party is going to be here, so this is all the grass I need to cut. I'm going to get this camera set up and get the drone in the air because I think this will make for some pretty cool aerial footage. So enjoy. Okay, so I got this whole area brush hogged. Now, if you notice, the grass is still a little bit taller, but that is a brush hog. That's not a finish mower. That's what I have the swisher for. And if you're wondering why I didn't just use the swisher, that's because the grass was entirely too high, and I would have put a lot of excess wear, unneeded wear and tear on that pull behind mower, because it is specifically for a finish cut. I know last year I was kind of testing its limits, but I'm at the point where, with everything going on at our current house and with us hopefully trying to get our new house started, I don't really want to get too rough on this stuff and break it and just add more expenses in my life. So we used the brush hog to cut all this down, and I'll tell you what, that went a lot faster than I thought. I believe this area here is about 2.5 to 3 acres, and I think I did that in just under a half hour. Not to mention, I put the tractor in reverse and got a path cut down to the creek there. And if you'll follow me back here, time lapse. Now, I wanted to keep these two paths open because these were the two areas where I had beaver dams before. So providing myself with an area to come back and check just makes it a little bit easier to make sure those beavers aren't coming back and they're staying away. So right there, the creek all looks good and healthy. No signs of beavers. Fantastic. I have one more section to do over here, and then I'm going to jump on the other side of the driveway and do the area that we are subbing off for Josh and Jenny. That way we have a nice spot to park all of our guests that are going to be here in a couple weeks. So yeah, I'll get the camera set back up. You guys will see that. I'm having a lot of fun with this. Okay, so let me start this off by saying that this whole setup, tractor brush hog, is a new piece of machinery for me. I've never had a tractor, I've never had a brush hog. So there is going to be a learning curve. However, this learning curve sometimes costs money. And I know I just said a couple minutes ago that, you know, I'm trying to watch my finances and not use and abuse this equipment and possessions that I'm gathering, but this learning curve just got a little bit costly. So I was pretty anxious to get this going, and forgot to hook up my upper support, which is right here. This should be attached to this guy right there. However, I was in such a hurry that I overlooked that and forgot to hook that up. Now, at some point in time, I don't know if I left it up there or what happened, but it was rubbing and wearing on this, and I hit a bump and sheared my spline. So now the PTO will spin, however the brush hog will not. So that is why it is very important to use the proper grade shear pins. That should have broke. It did not. Now, I read online that grade 5 is usually what everybody uses because grade 2 is extremely soft. So I opted to go with the grade 5, thinking get a couple hours of lifespan out of them. Well, that backfired, and between me forgetting to hook this up, I caught a log over in my log pile that I forgot was there. It sheared the spline. So now what does that mean? It means I have to buy a new one, and because this is all new to me, I don't even know what this is going to cost me. But regardless, I'm gonna make a couple phone calls and see what we're getting into, and hopefully get this fixed at some point in time this week. And the reason I say that is because the next few weeks for me are so unbelievably busy that it's going to be a miracle if I can find the time to do that. So that's what we need to do. That's what I'm going to do. And until then, I can get a swisher down here and mow that back half, and maybe try to just go really lightly on this with the mower deck raised the whole way up. Just make a couple extra passes down here. This area isn't all that big. I could probably get this whole area, and then I actually did get all that cut up there earlier. I could probably get all of this stuff done with the swisher. However, I would really like to have the brush hog to cut all that stuff. Like I said, that's going to be parking over there for our guests. Yeah. Oh boy. So I mean, I'm kind of forced into calling it for today. So yeah, I don't know. Oh well, nothing to stress about, nothing to worry about. Stuff happens, and you know, stressing only makes things worse. So I know what I have to do. That's what I'm gonna do to get this done, and we'll be back at her. So once again, I want to thank everybody for tuning in to another episode of Gunpowder and Freedom. If you liked what you saw, please click the like and subscribe. I should start calling this channel Demolition with Steve, or What Else Can Steve Break? Because between breaking my dad's machines and trying to fix them, and him getting mad that I'm trying to pay somebody to fix it instead of doing it myself, he didn't actually get mad, he just was confused. And then breaking my own stuff, I feel like I break a lot of stuff. It's not intentional, I promise. But either way, I don't know. Thank you guys for the continued support. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe. Check us out on Instagram. And if you like this hat, go over to our Etsy store and check it out. See if there's anything else you guys like. There's a link in the description for that. And I will see you guys next time. Have a wonderful rest of your weekend. I'm going to go home and see Rachel and Eleanor, and enjoy the rest of my Sunday. So take care, guys. Thanks again. We'll see you.